Hey everyone. I'm John Michael HOEFLING along with Tyree Smith for our second Friday Night Frenzy of the semester. First one, we got it off without a hitch, right?
Exactly.
I mean, it was a lot of frenzy. It was a frenzy back here in the station, but now this one, we were a little more settled in, and hopefully we can bring you a little bit more clean.
I'd say clean, yeah.
Yeah, a little cleaner. Anyway, well, just like Howard Taft's blanket, we got a lot to cover, so let's jump right into it. Our feature game of the week, right? Right. HOEFLING at Norway. Yeah, that was our feature game of the week as voted on by you guys. And George Nemi looking to keep his win streak alive as the HEMATITES traveled down just a little south to take on Norway's Knights. Knights' first offense possession, Nathan Polish going to hit Chase Carlson for the big gain on the play, but that drive would end in a 3-and-out, actually. Surprising. HEMATITES have the ball, and at the goal line, ball is going to go to Gannon Gray, who's going to get the first score of the game. Nice job. Very next play, John Corkin going to punch this ball in, giving HOEFLING an 8-0 lead. You know, it's not a kicking peninsula, I have found out. If you can kick, you're ahead of the game.
Exactly.
But the Knights are worried about Polish. He's going to hit who? Chase Carlson, his #1 target, again for another big chunk of yardage. Same drive, Polish looking downfield, and he's going to launch it for the running back. Not Gray, but Zachary Seat. On his seat, he lands on his tuchus for the touchdown. Huge momentum swing for the Knights now. Norway's next offensive possession, they would keep it going. Zachary Seat is going to get WWE speared by Otto Swanson. Hoo! Hooey, as Tyree would say. But Norway had Polish's arm because he's going to pass to who else? Zachary Seat, his #2 receiver, a.k.a. the running back, and getting that over the middle. It's just godly. It's a godly connection. Polish in trouble, scrambles, and gets senior Cody Kendricks for another touchdown. Norway rolling over HOEFLING, but the HEMATITES, they had other plans, right?
Exactly.
No, you got to have a plan B, right, Tyree? And plan C, and plan D.
Probably.
And HOEFLING had it because the 2 late touchdowns would get them the win, 24-14 in this thriller. So right now, why don't we take a look at the scoreboards from around the UP. Nagani doing a nice job. They got their first dub of the season, long-awaited dub, after losing last week to Calumet and losing some of their key players at the same time. I know you weren't there for that game, but it was like on 2 straight possessions, man.
Really?
Losing 2 of their star running backs, and they needed to prove they were still a team to be reckoned with, and they did just that, handing Hancock a 9-point loss, 28-19.
They need a running back, they should call me.
D3 running back over here. I think you could do well.
Exactly. See, I appreciate it. Somebody appreciates me.
Over in the Sioux, Marquette bounced back from a loss of their own, 31-0 over Sault Ste. Marie. Austin Riddle had a fantastic night under center for the Redmen. Pair of key turnovers by the Blue Devils late in the first half really put this game out of reach. Now let's toss it to Tyree for the next highlight.
I appreciate it, John. I appreciate it. Meanwhile, over in GWINN, the MODELTOWNERS, we're still looking for their first win of the season against a tough Lake LINDEN-HUBBELL squad that almost beat HOEFLING at home a week ago. Starting off late in the third quarter, GWINN down 2 scores, and quarterback Caleb Anderson is going to sling it on this drive. He finds James Henrik, who's his tight end in the flat for a solid gain of 8. Whew, I like it. Next play, going into play action. He's going to find Safari Evans for a slant. First down and more. MODELTOWNERS, we're setting themselves up nicely for a score. Early in the first quarter, they be able to get it because Caleb Anderson gives the corner the fake. Woo!
What a catch, man.
Hey, I like that. I like that. Sneak pass. It was amazing catch to see. Something John Michael HOEFLING can do. Anyway,
really?
Later
Wow, thank you.
Lake LINDEN-HUBBELL kept their feet, gassing, scoring, and #5, he's going to score. Under snap, Brandon Levine, untouched. That takes Lake's 2 up scores. 2 minutes later, just a direct snap to Caleb Levine, much closer, and counts again. GWINN fought to stay in this one, but Lake LINDEN-HUBBELL seemed to have 1 step ahead. GWINN falls to 0-3 on the season after dropping this one, 38-24.
Meanwhile, Go Giebik. Well, they made the an hour-and-a-half trip over the Lance, but we'll get to that and score in just a second. Iron Mountain drubbing Houghton in this one. The Gremlins couldn't get anything going against the Mountaineers. 39-0 in that one, and then Hortonville from Wisconsin heading to the Upper Peninsula, and they really showed what Wisconsin football is all about. I really wish the Kingsford could have taken that one just so they could say the Upper Peninsula, right? Do you feel that same way?
I understand. I mean, I'm new, but I understand.
You went to college in Wisconsin, so are you a little biased a little bit at the same time?
A little biased, a little, but I understand. Wisconsin football is pretty tough.
Yeah, but the Flivers, they're also very tough, but still could not handle Hortonville. 57-13, the final in that one.
They'll bounce back next week.
Yeah, hopefully. Go Giebik made the hour 4.5 trip over to Lens to take on the Purple Knights in this Friday night showdown.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Thank you. Early first quarter, Lens up 7. And then they get a blocked punt, and it's picked up by TYREE, who's going to break multiple tackles and take it all the way home like that last little piggy for a Purple Hornets touchdown. Later on, go GWINN. They'd have the ball. Looking for some revenge. Connor Fingeroos connects with the senior, Jamie Jett, for the minor touchdown. His last name's Jett. That's such a good football name, man.
I do. I like it.
I like it. He should play in New York. Next minor possession, Fingeroos trying to make a play for Go GWINN, but the ball's tipped and intercepted by Alan Holm, who's going to get the ball all the way to midfield. It's all about possession, man. All about time of possession and all about that field positioning, right? That same offensive possession, running back Jonah Dowd, he had a really big day, breaking ankles and tackles like it's nothing to get all the way to the goal line. Hornets would score on that drive, but their next possession, ball's going to be picked off by Geese Spets, who's going to be rumbling and bumbling down the field for the Go GWINN Miners. But it wouldn't be enough. Lens would go on to defeat the Miners 28-20 behind Jonah Dowd's 31 carries for 282 yards and 2 touchdowns. You heard that right. You heard that right.
But it's okay. Next, we got Iron Mountaineers going.
Calumet and Westwood.
Oh, I apologize.
I apologize.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I mess up. But they're going to rebound from a disappointing loss to Iron Mountain. Well, first possession, West Iron County trying to see what they could do, and it's going to be a first down.
It's always a tough game between these two squads.
Oh, it's a tough down. Rumbling, stumbling, and he's going to get another one.
I mean, last year these two teams played each other twice, and Calumet won by a combined score of just 10. So it's always close between these two, even though Calumet took both. So this was sort of like a rematch, trying to take it for Westwood because Westwood doesn't want to lose 3 in a row to these guys.
No worry, because they missed a touchdown pass. Come on, too much arm.
Would have been a good one between the brothers Scott Lucas and Dean Lucas on that deep pass.
But it's okay because Westwood there are trying to see what they can do, but they're going to recover the fumble. Okay, I see what you're doing over there. I see what you're doing. Don't worry. Next offensive possession for them, they're going to go scramble to the right, and he's going to look downfield, launch a nice one to number 26 on the play. Okay, I like it.
I like that quarterback. I like him.
I like it. Copper King go on to 3-0 to start the season, and they win 14-8.
Barely a score in the first half in that one. Meanwhile, talking a little bit about Charlevoix driving across the bridge just to go to the driving across the bridge to go up north into the Upper Peninsula to play St. Ignace. And it looks like this was a pretty good battle, but the Saints, they would take this one at home 26-21. They've now won 2 games in a row after losing to Gladstone in week 1. So they're looking pretty steady heading into week 4.
They are definitely pumped for this one. They are undefeated so far this season, and now they are defending their turf against the Menominee Maroons.
Tough squad.
I said the name right, so I'm very happy.
He's learning, folks. He's learning, folks.
Exactly. Early on, Braves QB Drake Forrest gets a snap and passes to Zach Hansen, who's going to make a move and avoid a tackle. Later on, Menominee QB Brendan Harris gets the snap, going to pass to Dante Sorrenti, but gets some space, and he's going to get a touchdown.
And you know what? You know what's great? Devin Harris can play quarterback, running back, and receiver. So he is a triple threat, man.
He really is. He really is. Next offensive possession for Gladstone. And he's going to hit. Oh, John Hanson, who juggles it but brings it in with Maroons all over him. I'm liking this kid. I'm liking him a lot. Next quarter, Harrison wants to throw a deep ball to himself. Finds Keegan Moreau. Outruns Gladstone into the end zone. And that will be the story, folks, of the night. Maroons go on to win this 42-0.
42-6.
42
Almost
to
nothing.
6. I apologize.
The KORAH Colts traveled to ESCANABA this evening from Sault Ste. Marie. No, not that Sault Ste. Marie. The Canadian one, eh? The Eskimos are 2-0 on the season thus far, and in the second half, Joshua Brunjens gets the pass from Ethan Silverstone. Something about Ethan Silverstone, man. People thought ESCANABA would collapse without Craig Kameen. Silverstone is getting the job done. Taking down the 20-yard line later on. Silverstone going to throw a high ball to Bryant Mackey, and he's going to use one of his height to bring that one down. 6'3", and it shows. It shows.
I'm that tall too.
Yeah, Tyree's that tall. It's the chair, folks. That's what gets up slowly, but gives a thumbs up to the bench. Then Eskimos. They were going to be at the goal line. This is what they do best. This time, Brunchins gets the handoff and is going to barrel his way into the end zone like Donkey Kong. That'll be the final score of the game. It was all Esky all night. They take this one 26-0 and continue their undefeated streak. So then we've talked a lot about 11-man football. We got to talk about 8-man football. First game up tonight, Carnegie battling against the Cedarville Trojans, who seem to really take control of this game. Cedarville winning handedly 54-6.
Nordics traveled over to Brimley to take on the Bays, and it looks like the game had a lot of action, but it was going to be the home team that will be walking away with the W. Brimley wins this one 48-6.
And then, of course, you got Forest Park beating them 80-40 was a good score. A lot of close games in that one, and Rudyard Rapid River 27-26.